Hey everyone, Dan here. Before I get into it, if you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. And keep in mind that these are my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. These are not meant to be, nor should you take them as investment or trading advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own due diligence, put in the work for yourself, and make your decisions based on that. Enjoy.
All right, folks, here we are on Sunday, December 3rd. We're going to take a look at space today. Space doing all the things you'd want it to do if you are a long, bedraggled space bull trying to get this puppy to reverse. And it's trying at the moment. And, I'm interested to see sort of how this plays out. So this downtrend resistance, which we had it caught under, it's done a really good job moving off and away from that. I'm going to just take it off the chart for now because it's just sort of adding to the clutter. And there's, not an additional, there may be, I guess we could see what happens. I'll sort of plop this on for a second, then I'll take it back off again for the same reason, the want to not clutter. But, you could say there was another downtrend resistance that could have formed here. It appears at the moment that it's not going to. We'll see if that changes. But, it's moved through the levels that we had and just doing a really nice job. So not scrolling too far left is not going to do us much good. But let's see what we can grab from, the levels that might be above where our price action currently exists. Zoom in a little here to see what I want. Okay. And then, we're going to have to pick up on some, it's not, really haphazard price action. It's just thin. Like there's not a ton to go off of, but we'll grab what we can. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Okay, so it's making an approach. It moved really swiftly to the downside from 248 down to 201 on this drawdown here. So, will it move sort of as swiftly to the upside? I don't know. But it did do sort of a retest of this like $2-ish level, kind of fighting to stay above it, fighting to hold below it. So that battle, for the moment at least, seems that it sort of came in, reconfirmed, and is trying to push above this wick here, which on that day was 2355. And it stretched a bit above there on Friday up to 235. So mighty close. Within a fraction of a penny there. So we'll see how it sort of plays off of that. Is it going to put in a bit of a double top here and reject off of it? If so, what I would wonder is if an uptrend support could hold. So to the extent, this is a pretty conservative way to put in this uptrend support, but if it does push off of here again, but it can hold this uptrend support, I'd look for it to sort of flat top out up here, as well as at that level right about where it is at the moment. So if that will hold or if it will sort of, provide its own catalyst one way or the other, we'll see. It's confirmed this a few times for being a pretty sort of nascent uptrend support. So we'll see if that continues to develop or not, but that's something to maybe look at as well, as we are sort of in this big gap area of almost 50 cents, which is huge percentage-wise for a stock of this price, without a ton of previous price action to go off of. Now on the think or swim side of things, it's pushing up nicely here in the channel. You do see some EMA crossover here with that conviction candle, and trying to flip this red downtrend wave cloud to green, and that's starting to take shape at the moment. Now, the bullish momentum on the histogram was picking up and then quickly sort of died down. That said, it held the mid-range of the channel. So is this just going to pick back up again, sort of like, these hiccup candles that I call them, that like we see back here, where for a moment it picked up and then it died back down, but then it picked up again, and just continues to sort of like lengthen and prolong a move. Now, we did have a trigger and fire back here as well, and that played out nicely. That trigger and fire, it fired here where it was around, say, high 130s, 140, and it's taken that price up to that, like we said, like 235ish level. So good call out there on the TTM squeeze indicator. No new trigger and fire happening as of yet. We'll see if that starts to take shape at all. It may need to hug the mid-range of the channel for a while to sort of make that happen, or have some further playing out of this previous trigger and fire. It's not so that like this hasn't played out for such a long period of time that it's potentially just completely fizzled out and would need a new trigger and fire to take shape. It could still be playing out this trigger and fire. But yeah, stretching toward the upper bound of the channel at the moment. So what I'm most interested to see with the channel setup here is it able to ride the wave cloud? Does it come to test the mid-range of the channel? And if so, does it look like it's going to lose support of that? That could be concerning for Space Bull. Is it able to stretch out of the upper bound of the channel like we saw back here? And if so, again, when it draws back in, does it use anything other than the mid-range of the channel as support? That could be a sign of some stronger bullish momentum if it uses the upper bound of the channel as support, or this upper mid-range as support, or the wave cloud as support. So those are things that, I'm just sort of going to be watching and seeing how they play out. But this is also an interesting setup. But it's nice to have the channel and the Thinkorswim study as well when we're in this sort of range of just really thin and recent price action to go off of, and nothing really else to try to stand on. All right, folks, I hope that you have had a good weekend. And as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.